And now for the big moment in tonight's broadcast. We take you to the banquet stage at the MGM studios. The next voice you will hear will be that of Robert Taylor. Take it away, Bob.
Thank you, Bob. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are on stage 2, which has been transformed into the magnificence of a gay banquet hall, where tonight the great Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer family, executives, producers, stars, featured players, and directors have all joined in paying birthday tribute to one of its most beloved members, Mr. Lionel Barrymore. The scene before us is a thrilling spectacle of red, white, and blue decorations on the rows of tables at which are seen scores of faces familiar to the motion picture screen. Among the stars are Norma Shearer, Myrna Loy, Clark Gable, Rosalind Russell, Freddie Bartholomew, Robert Montgomery, Joan Crawford, William Powell, Mickey Rooney, Hedy Lamarr, James Stewart. But now Mr. Barrymore is taking his place at the head of the table, and we have a little round-robin greeting for him. Will you start it, Clark?
All right, Bob. Here goes. With friendship sincere and affectionate true, we wish every happiness, Lionel, to you.
Now, Miss Russell.
Let me see. Oh, yes. Your great inspiration, your courage so fine, are a glimpse of the spark that in man is divine.
And Bob Montgomery.
My turn? Well, the friend of young actors, you've guided careers of countless beginners throughout the long years.
Mickey? Where's Mickey Rooney?
Well, here I am. You big guys keep crowding me out. This party's terrific, a genuine sensation. They're all joining in from all over the nation.
And this is where Miss Shearer comes in.
And I can hardly wait, Bob. Great soul and great artist, and truly a friend. May yours be all the blessings that heaven can send.
Now, let's see. Who's next? Oh, it's me. Well, that's all there is. There isn't any more. But before we conclude, we'll join Leo and roar.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lionel. Happy birthday to you.
And now it is my honor to present our birthday party host, the head of this big MGM family, Mr. Louis B. Mayer.
Mr. Barrymore, ladies and gentlemen, what you said is true, Bob. This is a big family. We have been together, most of us, a very long while. As a matter of fact, it was just 15 years ago this week that we began here in this studio. It has become home to us. Among the very first artists to join our family was Lionel Barrymore, and believe me, I'm glad to have him still here. To the young generation, the name of Barrymore may lack the brilliant tradition it recalls to those of us within whose memory the royal family of the American theater, John, Ethel, and Lionel, will never be forgotten. Born and reared in the atmosphere of the stage, son of the great Maurice Barrymore and Georgia Drew, nephew of the greatest matinee idol of all time, John Drew. It is no wonder that Lionel made his acting debut at the age of 5, just 56 years ago, and has never stopped working since. 30 years ago, Lionel made his first motion picture for T.W. Griffith. His numerous subsequent successes are well known. When most men pass the 60-year mark, they reach for their carpet slippers and slip back into the cushions of life's easy chair. But not Lionel Barrymore. Lionel, all the great stars, executives, and producers present in this room tonight are happy and proud of the fact that today you, who have created so many great characters on the stage and screen, should now stand on the threshold of one of the greatest character creations in your career. I am referring to your Dr. Gillespie in the picture Calling Dr. Kildare. When the first Dr. Kildare picture was reviewed by theater audiences, we received a great many letters of approval and commendation, with a suggestion and hope that we would continue to produce more pictures of this nature. There has been great controversy as to what has made this first Kildare picture so successful, so talked about and written about. And I want to express, in my humble opinion, the reason. Because, Lionel, they deliver a great message, have a great philosophy, the same as the Judge Hardy pictures, which have become so internationally successful because they have a philosophy of family life, such as each and every one of us would like to experience. A great problem is that our universities have turned out yearly large numbers of young men and women, some with inspiring degrees of accomplishment, only to be brought up against a stone wall trying to get started on their careers. And Lionel, you don't fool your friends or your fans. They all know that your gruffness is all exterior, and beneath it is the heart of gold. You live the character of Dr. Gillespie in real life, with the young artists whom you've helped in starting and encouraging them in their careers. You did it for Clark Gable when he first started. You did it for Norma Shearer early in her career when she played with you in Free Soul, one of her greatest roles. You have done it with many others. And so the reason that Dr. Gillespie is a great character is not only because you have given it a great interpretation, but because it breathes hope that they too may find a Dr. Gillespie. And that is why, in my judgment, the Kildare pictures will enjoy great popularity. They will grow more popular as we continue. For as in the Judge Hardy series, they have the philosophies, the answer to the hopes and prayers of all mothers, fathers, sons, and daughters. Stop and think, Lionel. This young Dr. Kildare, played so ably by Lou Ayres, comes out of college with all great aspirations of youth. Instead of remaining as a small-town doctor to succeed his father, he went to the big city, full of high hopes for what a stone wall he would have been up against if it had not been for your Dr. Gillespie. You know, Lionel, I want you to have a secret. Mr. Skink, who couldn't be here because of illness in the East, has asked me to tell you that he ordered that picture held back from release to time it with your birthday, and tomorrow it shall be released. There is much I could say on this your birthday, Lionel, but I must rest on what I feel and what we have meant to each other in all the years we have been associated. Actions speak louder than words, except that I want your friends here and outside the studio to know the great affection, esteem in which you are held. From Nicholas M. Skink, the president of our company, straight through to the last man down the line. You deserve it. You have earned that affection. Somehow or other, Lionel, in the years that I have lived, and my life has been a full one for which I am thankful, I have found that the old adage, as ye sow, so shall ye reap, holds true. You are now receiving the fruits of the rich seed you have spread everywhere. You have been an inspiration to all who have enjoyed the pleasure of knowing you and working with you. On behalf of Mr. Skink, and for every man, woman over the world who belongs to our family, and on behalf of the great Maxwell House Coffee Organization, I wish and offer a prayer that you may have many, many more birthdays. You are too fine an artist, too fine a man, not to have many more years of fine service, valuable service. Your friends everywhere are waiting to hear from you. Lionel Barrymore.
Mr. Mayor, it's mighty hard for me to find the words to speak what's in my heart tonight. I never was much of a figure at speech-making anyway. But I do know that this is one of the happiest moments of my life, surrounded by my friends and honored as I never dared to dream. A tribute I shall always treasure. Friends, as you said, Mr. Mayor, are so priceless, especially when you begin to get along in years. I know they are to me, and I often pity the sad truth that so many of us don't find it out until it's too late. For like old wine, friendships mellow with age. But youth may be recaptured, even if but for a fleeting moment, in the recollections you share with those who have grown into your life through the warm bond of friendship. I'm happy to be able to say that I've found so many dear friendships here at this studio during the past 15 years. You've been kind enough to say that my interest has been helpful to some of the younger people. Everybody likes to give advice, and when we find somebody who'll listen, it tickles our vanity no end. So you see, there may be something selfish about it, after all. I'm deeply grateful to you, Mr. Mayor, and your associates who made it possible for me to be Dr. Gillespie in the Dr. Kildare pictures. I'm proud that I'm a member of the great motion picture industry, which brings a troubled world entertainment through which escape from cares may be found. And I'm proud, above all things, that I live in a country blessed with the freedom under which all these things are possible. Proud that I'm an American.
Now, that was Grand Lionel Barrymore. And now Meredith